process, and today's guest is Ben Dale Combs. Many of you know Ben Dale from The Vault, and he also has some other interests that include retro things and not just video games. It turns out Ben Dale is also into retro automobiles, and he currently has a very interesting project that he's working on sharing with everyone, and we're going to talk to him a little bit about that today on The Process. So welcome, Ben, to The Process. Thank you for being a guest.
You're very welcome.
All right, and tell us a little bit about what you've got going on right now.
I am building a 85 T-top Z28 Camaro.
Very interesting. And we're going to have pictures and all kinds of links later on in the video and in the text as well accompanying this video, so you can see pictures of this car and see the videos as well. And we'll get into that just a little bit more in a moment. So, Ben, how long have you been doing mechanicking and this side of work, and how'd you get into this kind of thing?
I started apprenticing under my uncle 16 years ago. I started my first car at 15. So that would be right around 2004, 2005, in that era.
Okay. And something that I like to do this process on is interview with people that, even though what they do may be considered a craft at times, the actual definition of art, when you look it up, is the expression or application of a human skill and imagination. So when we were talking about this earlier, I told you that, and we had a discussion if you had to pick 3 vehicles that you thought represented both human skill and imagination in their design and in the way they're built, what would those 3 automobiles be?
It would probably be early 70s Chevrolets, like the Chevelles and the Novas. And that would probably be my first 2. And my third would probably be in the 80s, where they tried to start making everything so futuristic.
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking Firebirds and Fox bodies and, you know, the boxy Camaros.
Okay.
And they started really putting in like computers and LEDs and stuff to try to make them look like year 3000.
Nice. Reminds me of Knight Rider.
Yes.
That's what it makes me think. I was a big Knight Rider fan. Very cool. Okay, so, and we'll have, again, you'll see some of the photos there of these vehicles that he's talking about. So let us know what your opinion is. Do you think these are the top 3? What do you think is the most beautiful vehicle ever designed? Let us know. We'd love to know about that. And so, who are your influences, Ben? This is one of those things like mechanicking where typically you have a personal interest and you pick it up on your own, or with a lot of people you sort of apprentice under others who know what they're doing. So who have been some of your teachers and influences over the years?
Definitely my Uncle Bob, number 1. But my dad, the car that I'm building right now in memory of him, and it's named after him, is kind of designed on what my dad thought an awesome car was. He loved black on black. He loved something that was super quick and something that was not like flashy, but you could definitely tell it was a pretty good runner, you know, kind of conservative. And that's like my main influences in, you know, the vehicles that I'm, you know, trying to build.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. And so you've been vlogging the process of what you're doing to kind of share that with other people. You want to tell us a little bit about that and where we can see some of those videos at?
Mainly on my Facebook and TikTok and stuff. I'm trying to take pictures at the very least in small, quick videos to kind of, you know, have the process documented. Because that's one way I can make the cars better as I go, is to look back on the same stage I was with another car and try to, you know, do stuff better at every step.
Yeah, absolutely. And the car that you're working on now, he actually has a name. It's Mikey, right? So,
yeah.
What's the influence behind that name? What's the story behind Mikey's name?
Mainly my dad and what he was into and his style, which is very similar to mine.
And how did you and Mikey meet?
Facebook Marketplace. He was the exact dollar amount that I had to my name wanting to buy a project.
We'll call it destiny then.
Yes, it very much was.
That's very cool. So again, that is on TikTok, and there are some videos over on the ZooFam website as well if you want to check that out on Facebook. Again, links to all of this in the comments below this video. And if you want to contribute to this project, I know there are different things out there like Patreon and so forth, but you can directly contribute to an artist or a craftsperson or someone who is working on a project like this various ways. And one way you can contribute to the Mikey project here with Ben is by going online, and again we'll have the links below, where you can actually purchase some merchandise with a very cool design that has been made just for this project, featuring Ben and Mikey. And you can get a new hoodie or a sweatshirt or a t-shirt, because it's hoodie season, so everybody could use a new hoodie. So get one and also support a local artist in the process. And that is always the goal here on A Voice in the Mountains. All right, well, thank you, Ben, so much for being with us today in this quick interview on the process.
You're very welcome.
And letting us know a little bit about what you like to do in your craft and spare time. And if you have any questions or comments about mechanicking or anything like that, let us know. We'll get another show about something similar to this. We're always interested in everyone's craft and artisanry. So, thank you again for joining us on the process. I'm your host, Crystal Jones, for A Voice in the Mountains, and this is our guest, Ben Dale Combs.
Thank you, guys.